Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Pots and Pans Network brings to you its Tag Team Champions
of the world.
Of the world.
We are the world.
Tino Gray, Rob Potsy Potchak. Tell us if you can hear us, because it's been a while since we've been in the same room together. It's been a while since I could call you.
See, you went there. I just want to stop it.
Hey, I like Stained. Anyways, our theme song is always brought to you by Adam's House Cats, called The Wrestling Songs, available on iTunes for 99 cents.
Put your drawers on.
I don't even know what he was talking about.
You said you like Stained. I said because your underwear.
Don't you dare spit that out. You ain't in the kitchen. You better swallow. Better swallow.
That's what she said.
That gets you canceled.
Stupid.
Check to see if we got
We're not even on Facebook.
Subtitles on. Oh yeah, check to see if we got subtitles on the other one. So,
It's gonna be one of those nights, folks.
We're brought to you by the Pots and Pans Network, as always. Pots and Pans.
Pots and pans.
Pots and Pans.
Pans and pots. I'm gonna see us on the YouTube. Oh, there we are.
We're on the YouTube.
We're on the YouTube.
Click on it real quick. Just make sure that
It's gonna make sound.
we're gonna hear some sounds. Real. All right, go ahead and close that out.
I told you.
Close it now. Close it.
Damn you! Make up your mind. Look at it. Open it up. Close it out.
Damn you.
It's been a while.
Since he could call me.
Since he could call you that.
Well, you.
Oh. I don't know what you.
So, all right, Tino.
Huh? I thought it was going to break.
Thank God they did. That's regular Four Roses.
That's pretty good. What is that?
Four Roses.
No, that.
Four Roses.
Oh.
Four Roses bourbon.
Okay.
Anyways, so, folks, it's been 2 weeks.
Dose.
Says we got somebody watching. Don't be shy. Say hi.
Wiggity hi.
Okay, we need to stop.
Hi. Dude, I'm a good dude. I'm just glad to be back.
You should be glad to be back. You were gone last week, sir.
T-O-N-E.
So, we got 2 weeks of... I don't even know. Yeah, it already says what's up with you. I'm already at that.
I don't remember what happened. What was up with me the week before?
Oh, you want to hear what was up with me the week before?
Yeah.
All right. So I had some really good shit happen.
In your eye.
No!
Oh.
That was bad shit that happened in my eye.
That's bad shit in the bad microphone.
It was not shit in my eye either.
They give you pink eye. Got him.
That is true. That's why it was not bad shit in my eye. But so one major thing I can't talk about. You know that.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
Yeah, we were talking about that off air. Let me just say this. If you haven't bought the Junior High Horrors collection that's available to order, that comes out July 27th.
I still haven't got mine.
July 27th. Order it now, because otherwise you may not be able to find it, and it may be very expensive.
What do you mean? What happened? That's just going through the roof. You're that hot now, man.
I'm saying, based on some of the info that happened while you didn't want to do the show, that I'm not allowed to talk about.
Well, last week? Last Monday?
Yes.
Because last Monday?
No, we're not allowed to talk about what happened before last Monday.
Okay.
What is wrong with you? This guy had been in Universal Studios for like the last 4 days. So he really is like
still in vacation mode.
You must be. You must be. Anyways, so I can't talk about it.
Okay.
But let's just say it may make
sense.
Junior High Horrors a very popular thing, right? Okay. On top of that, a TV show on Apple TV that I'm super excited about. Can't explain why, but super excited about, called Invasion from Simon Kinberg, dropped its first trailer in the last 2 weeks.
Okay. I don't have Apple TV.
Me neither.
Okay.
But I'll figure out how to get it for that.
I think you get it on Roku. I think I get it. I think I can.
Well, you can get it on your Apple devices.
Yeah.
I don't have any Apple devices.
I can get it on Roku, and I think I can get it on the PS4 if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe. I don't know. All I know is it's called Invasions by Simon Kinberg. It's an alien invasion story, and I'm just super excited about it. Can't explain why.
That's terrible.
Let me put it that way.
I think I remember why.
Well, I'll just say that NDA. So, since nobody watched the show anyway, right? Right. And then, on top of that, Junior High Horrors. Volume 1, Freaks and Geeks, comes out, Tino.
When?
July 27th. So if you ordered your copy from Amazon, it'll probably ship out on the 27th of July.
So when should I get it?
I don't know. Do you have Prime?
Yes.
48 hours later.
I want mine. I want it. I ordered it.
I want my 3 copies that I ordered too.
You ordered 3 copies?
I did order.
That's your book. Why'd you order 3 copies? Like you don't have a copy already.
Every so often I would sit there and just order another copy just to be like, hey, what if I don't get enough copies? I'll have 3 to give out.
That's, okay.
And I wanted to see if it moved the numbers.
Did it?
I don't remember. It did. It did actually when that. But now, like, it's been a while since anybody ordered a copy. So if you're out there, since I could call you. Anyways,
that's like Pee-wee.
And everything I can't remember.
That's like Pee-wee's secret word of the day. It's been a while.
Anyways, folks, sorry.
I'm just glad I got a place to park.
Hey, they sent something out. I got it today. I thought it was going to be a letter that said you didn't pay enough because you sent your payment in late, right? No, it was something that said, hey, we only have people come out and mow the lawn every 2 weeks. We want you to keep your animals on a leash if they're out front and you don't have a fence. And the third one had a little highlight on it, and it said, if you're not parking in your spots, y'all got to get towed.
So what's up with this one with no license plate that's parked right there?
Well, I think that the 2 right there are those 2 cars.
Oh.
Because they normally have a third car parked in front of those 2 cars.
Yeah, that's right there. That little white car is parked like this, because if I back out, I might clip the nose of it.
Yeah. So one of the 2 cars that's in the parking spots doesn't have all the... Yeah. Anyways,
So good parking for me now.
Yeah. So you know what I noticed today, Tino?
Oh, hell. What'd you notice today?
Why did you say, oh, hell?
Because...
this is a good thing.
Oh, okay. I don't know with you sometimes.
My character, Artie.
Okay.
You know, the yellow alien that wears the red hat
Yep.
and the Hawaiian shirts. He's 35 years old.
What?
I created him in 1986.
Oh, shit.
He's 35 years old this year. We're not just going to have a party.
What are you going to do?
I talked to my art partner, Eric,
Mm-hmm.
and we're thinking about putting out a 35th anniversary one-shot comic book of Artie in comic stores by the end of the year.
That'd be cool.
How awesome would that be?
That'd be cool. Just Artie
Now,
have its own story.
I will say, we came up with this thought today. So we got like a month and a half to actually put together covers and everything else to make it happen. But yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Like I was literally going, holy shit, Artie's 35 today, like this year. I haven't done anything for that. I need to do something for that. Because I'll tell everybody
Was
out
Artie
there.
your first one? That's your first.
He was my first. I created him when I was 9. 9 years old, maybe 8 years old, because he's 35 and I'm only 43, right? So,
Okay.
but yeah, man.
Dang.
So I mentioned it to my publisher. I'm like, Artie's 35 this year, and he goes, "Let's do an Artie book." Okay. So now I got to get Eric involved with that because we're already working on 2 more junior high horrors books.
Nice.
Because the one that comes out next month, Junior High Horrors, Return of the Walking Flu, is the highest selling issue in a while. Like it outsold Strangest Thingies, which outsold the April Fool's special.
Damn.
Which outsold like issue 5, which was like the highest selling issue of like the original series.
So what's the one that's on Amazon? That one is.
So the one that's coming out on Amazon is the collection,
Okay.
which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's called Freaks and Geeks. So if anybody wants to order Freaks and Geeks, I want them to because it's also a smaller size, like anime style book. So it'll be 6 by 9 instead of your normal 6.5 by
right
or 7 by 10 or whatever a comic book is. But at the same time, like it's just really cool knowing that sales are going up.
That's cool.
Right? So like anybody that wants to pick up Junior High Horrors right now, like if you want any of the older issues, just reach out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, and say, hey, how do I get the old issues? But like number 1 and 2 are like really hard to find now. You know, number 3 is even hard to find.
Wow.
Because we've been selling them for 3 years, right? So now, like anybody looking to get that stuff could have a hard time, but they can get 1 through 6
Freaks and Geeks.
in Freaks and Geeks through Amazon or whatever. But it will be a smaller format. So it won't be like when you walk into a comic book store and you get the comic book size book. But on top of that, like now we got 2 more books after Return of the Walking Flu that we've already like kind of announced saying that we're going to do. We're going to put them out kind of like when Cobra Kai season 4 comes out and Stranger Things season 4 comes out. That way they kind of match up with those. And those major titles, Cobra Kai and Stranger Things, will be fresh in your mind. So a parody about them kind of makes sense at that point, right? So we're gonna do that, but it's really cool knowing that like I created a character 35 years ago. Like
cool.
Like he deserves an anniversary.
Yes.
He has, however, had 3 comics come out where he is the star.
Because usually he's an immortal. He's kind of like a sub character in Immortal, right?
So he was the backup character. He's one of the background characters in Immortal. He's basically the cleanup guy, the technology guy, and all of that in Immortal. But he did have a series during the 90s where it was in black and white in the back of another comic called Scorn, where we did this one story called Artie City That Never Sleeps. And it was all about him working in Vegas as an what I like to call an alien private investigator.
Okay.
Right? So he takes on all the really odd cases that people can't figure out what's going on with them. And he takes them on because he's already an alien, so why not take on these alien cases? And you know what's funny is I only have like 1 copy of each of the 3 issues that showed up in. So we're not going to do that story, but for the 35th anniversary, if I can talk Eric into it, Eric's already saying he's kind of cool with it. Otherwise, I'm going to try to find another artist to do it. But I got to figure that out by August 5th. So that way we can have covers and everything else like ready to go for it. But yeah, like who even cares if it like does really well at the stores? Like I'm just super
35.
cool knowing that like my characters that like He's nine years younger than me. That like how crazy is that shit? Anyways, so now that I said all that, what's going on with you, man?
God, we didn't get to do this show last week because I had a whole lot going on. Monday was crazy. I knew Tuesday and Tuesday we were doing. Oh, that's what it was. So Monday we did. I think we did something. Tuesday we did Father's Day with me and the kids and Nicole. Wednesday we did Father's Day with my father-in-law, and then we had to come home with Pat because Thursday we went to Universal. Now this trip was a year in the making because it was supposed to be last year for Nicole's birthday, and COVID hit. It's for her 40th, so COVID hit and we couldn't do it.
So she just actually got to say she was 39 for 2 years.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then so we said, well, we're gonna do it this year, and I had it set up with her best friend who's a travel agent. We set it up this year, but it also we're like, well, when are we gonna do it because she didn't get out of school. You know, she's a teacher. So it just so happened this past weekend, June the 19th, was our anniversary. So we just did it our anniversary weekend.
Did you say Juneteenth?
June 19th.
Which is Juneteenth.
Oh yeah.
Interestingly enough.
Wow. Didn't think about that. So for 17 years. So we
17 years you've been on Juneteenth.
Yep.
But now it's a national holiday.
Now it's a national holiday. So
you know what? You know what makes it a national holiday?
Anniversary, yeah, national holiday.
You know what makes it a national holiday? 17 years with you.
Oh, okay. That should do it. Yeah.
That just makes me sound racist. I'm sorry.
Years,
I'm sorry, folks.
17 years. We've been married 17, been together 19. I'm like, oh my gosh, forever. So we went.
That's not a bad thing.
No.
You make it sound like you were like, God,
it's been. I mean, that's a long time when you think about it, but it doesn't seem like it's
three of us are married
it
together.
It seems like
it is kind of crazy.
Shut the fuck up. So
they didn't invite me.
You were at the wedding.
I don't think it was.
You were at the
I don't think I was, but I also wasn't invited to Universal Studios, and you know I would have went to that.
Yeah, so
I would have skipped out on the comic convention for that, man.
So
I love riding Spider-Man.
So we flew out. Shut up. We flew out early Thursday. Like flight was like 8 something, and we got there about. I'm not listening to him. And we got there about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then we checked in the hotel and went to, what the hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it. I'm still laughing.
And then we went to Ride the Rise. So her big thing, she wanted to go to do the Harry Potter. That's the whole point of going. So we did all the Harry Potter stuff, and rode these rides and just had an awesome time. We ate at the different. We ate at like the 3 broomsticks. We ate at the other. What's the name of it? It was. I can't remember the
3
name of the
broomsticks.
It's called 3 broomsticks.
Did you have butterbeer?
I did try butterbeer.
What is it?
It tastes like root beer with butterscotch. Kind of. It was weird. It was a weird taste. It wasn't bad.
So it's like butterscotch root beer.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, okay. Because I've never had it.
I hadn't either. I've never been to Universal.
And I'll let you know, I have never read.
Neither me. Neither have I.
Nor watched.
Neither have I.
Any.
Neither have I.
Of the Harry Potter stuff.
Me neither. I hate it. My wife and Matthew, they watch it all day.
I don't hate it. Just never done it.
I'm not interested.
See, I'm okay with saying I'm not interested. But you said hate.
Well, I hate because every time I turn around, we're going to watch Harry Potter. Okay, I'm going to go in the room again.
Well, why don't you, like, if they start with the first one, why don't you watch it at that point?
It bores me. I'm not interested in it. It bores me. But I had nothing against people who watch it. And I took my wife because it's what she wanted to do. And it was actually pretty cool. It was interesting.
Well, one of us is gonna have to watch this
I might
shit
have to
because
watch it now.
because somebody like if anybody starts talking about it in the chat, we're gonna have to be like, no, it's only one of us, because otherwise we'll get canceled.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know because being married to a Harry Potter fan, and Matthew's a Harry Potter nut, so I know things. I just never watched it. I know stuff, but
it's time to stop him from being a Harry Potter nut and make him a Marvel nut.
Oh, he is. He already is.
Okay, make him a Superman nut.
He doesn't really dig DC.
Yeah, that's a problem.
He doesn't dig DC.
Well, they make terrible movies.
Yeah.
Although this week the pictures came out of Michael Keaton in a suit during the filming of The Flash, which...
Yeah. I got to catch up on Loki now that I think about it. I didn't watch it last week, so I got to catch up on Loki.
Yes, you got to catch up on Loki.
Yeah, so we did. So we had a blast. Ended up Saturday night. We went to what's that? The Chocolate Emporium chocolate.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my god!
But you didn't show pictures of the chocolate. You just showed pictures of you guys sitting outside the chocolate.
No, I had put pictures of the milkshakes that we got too. You see?
What? No, I didn't see.
Oh.
No. We'll worry about that. After.
You got to see the pictures of the milkshake. Oh my god!
It was like.
So we. But needless to say, we walked. So Thursday through Saturday, 6 miles a day.
Yeah. That's low, by the way. Like you guys didn't. You guys only made one loop apparently.
No, it's like over 6. I think we looked it up. It's like 18 total miles, 18 and a half, something like that.
I did 4 miles a day at the Comic-Con in Fayetteville this weekend.
Wow.
And I'll tell you, I sat on my ass for most of the day, and yet I still walked 4 miles a day.
How the hell did you do that?
Cause like when I would make my trek around, it would be like a mile and a half by the time I walked all the way around through everything else, and then like if I had to go out to my car or anything like that, like I'd have to walk out to my car, come back, and I now got my sketchbook. But yeah, like I walked 20,000 miles or 20,000 steps in 20,000 miles. 20,000 steps in 2 days.
I think
Which easily for me is 4+ miles per day, right? So I did all that, and this is after last week I told my my doctor that I would walk like 2 miles a day, kind of thing, and all of a sudden, like I'm sitting there going, man, my legs kind of hurt, like, well, I looked down, it's like boop 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 boop, like today I'm at 1.5 miles, and that's because I sat in front of a computer all day, and yet I still got 1.5 miles in because I got the treadmill downstairs. So I walk on the treadmill, do all that stuff, and then, what I did before we came on the air. But anyways, so
yeah, we're back.
Yeah. Continue talking about you and Nicole
we went to, and so what was it? Friday. We were so fucking exhausted. We're like, we're just gonna go back to the room. She's like, well, let's get in the pool, to cool off. Got in that pool. It's like a polar bear plunge. I'm like, nope. We stay in the pool, get half hour. So we just go back to the room. And it's like, you know what? Let's just order room service. She says, okay. So we got showered, ordered room service. It was Friday, so I started watching a little bit of SmackDown while I was waiting. Next thing I know, she's snoring. Oh, shit. Then the food came. Had to wake her up. She ate, and she went right back to sleep. And then I was like, all right. And I started watching like the first few minutes of AEW, and I was like, nope, fuck this, I'm out. So I had to watch those. I watched SmackDown when I got home before the paper Sunday, and then I watched AEW today.
So I'll tell you, I watched while I was driving home from Fayetteville yesterday.
You'll be ashamed of yourself. You're going to wreck your car.
No. I had it on, so I was listening to it more than anything else. Because I'll tell you, I did try to look down at it, and every time like someone tried to do like a flip, I wanted to turn the car. So I was like, I'll just drive. Yeah, I don't know what it was. Like, like sometimes things like just mess with your like your equilibrium and stuff. Well, I was watching as Bianca Belair and Bayley were in their match, and Bianca did this thing where she did like a flip and then like threw Bayley into the. And when she did that, I wanted to turn the car. I didn't, which is good.
You don't need to watch wrestling while you drive
But
anymore.
then I sat there and said, okay, and I tilted it the other way so I couldn't see it. but I could still hear it through my car speakers so that I could at least hear what was going on. And I was completely fine at that point. But because I'm sitting there driving and all of a sudden it's like, Bianca Miller, just blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what did she just do? I'm going to have to watch this later. Like, but like at least it was.
So did you ever watch it?
Yeah.
What, today?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I had it on. I had it on in the background while it was in training today. But it was good. Like the pay-per-view. We'll talk about it here shortly. But the pay-per-view was really well done. So but Tino, what do you got coming up, man? Because we're still talking about what's up with you.
About to be a bachelor. So, Wednesday, I have to get, Nicole and I are going to DMV to get the real ID, whatever.
You don't have that yet?
No. So we're going to get that. And then Thursday, her and the kids are off. They're going to New York.
So what are we doing?
So they're going in, I don't know yet.
No, what are we doing? Now what are they doing? We don't care what they're doing.
So
Nicole's got them. We know they'll be fine.
They Thursday come back, and then they're coming back on July the 7th.
Let's go see a movie.
We probably, because then we come back, then we go to the beach that following week. So I got a whole lot of traveling to do. At Saturday, I'm going to Hickory, because I got a show. But other than that, we'll catch a movie. I don't know what we're going to go see.
How far away is Hickory?
About 2.5, 3 hours.
From here?
Well, from my house, from here, it's probably about 2.
Closer to here?
In Durham, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still not going.
I knew that. But I gotta figure out what movie it was. I mean, Black Widow's coming out. We'll figure it out.
Black Widow's not out yet. But actually, this weekend is Fast 9.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's terrible?
Yeah, I already saw it.
Oh, I got your scumbag.
No, sir. No, sir. Not a scumbag.
Did you go to the theater to see it?
No.
Okay, you're a scumbag.
The movie's been done for over a year, by the way.
I know. I'll just have to go see it by myself because I want to see it.
It's just not a good movie.
You're not the one who's in it. Cena's in it, right?
John Cena's in it. And John Cena's good. It's just not a good movie. It's one of those movies where like, the easiest way to describe it is that, like, the characters don't take the movie seriously. So, like, Tyree doesn't sit there and take the movie. He's like, have any of y'all noticed that none of us have ever gotten shot? Right? Charlize Theron, the bad guy in all the movies, sits there and goes, if this were a movie, this would be the moment where the bad guy tells the good guy what they're going to do so that the bad guy can sit there and try to... And it's like, you're really sitting there trying to tell us that that's how you're going to move the plot along? That's a problem. Okay? At the same time, the idea of Dominic Toretto having a brother when 8 other movies are all about family. What? And this is the first time you're hearing about him.
He didn't know about him.
No, he totally knew about him.
His brother was still wrestling. He couldn't.
Yeah, well, you couldn't see him.
You couldn't see him.
You can't see me.
No, I'm serious, dude. Like, there is no reason why Toretto never mentioned Jacob Toretto. Okay? There's no reason why he never mentioned it. So, not a good movie.
He didn't want to know. He didn't want to admit that his brother's a fruity pebble.
In fact, I will flat out fruity pebble.
A popcorn fart.
I'll flat out say that Hobbs and Shaw.
That's a good movie.
Is a much better film.
Oh damn! I sat down because I'd never seen the last one with Paul Walker.
Mm-hmm.
So I sat down and watched that one last week. That was pretty good.
What was that, 7?
Yeah.
6 or 7?
7, I believe it was.
And 7's the one where he filmed most of it, but he died.
And they had to get his brother to film the. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. Because
his brother looks like him, dude. That was creepy.
But he's a twin brother.
I think.
No, he's a twin. Yeah, he's a twin.
Oh, there's a twin.
Yeah, he's a twin.
But you could tell it wasn't him because the way you're like, it just looked freaky, like you almost superimposed.
Like, so even if they had just like superimposed the face, it's never the same.
You know, a movie that freaks me out that did that shit. You seen Gemini Man?
That's freaky as shit.
With Will Smith, with the young Will Smith.
No, but
he used his young face on his old body. You're looking like, what the fuck?
Actually, maybe I have seen that movie. But I'll tell you that I did see The Crow.
Yeah.
Brandon Lee got shot by a prop and died
because they put real bullets in it.
Because somebody accidentally. No one could actually prove whether it was whatever. But yeah, he got shot in the side by it, and it's the scene where like he jumps up on the table and all the people start shooting guns at him, so no one actually knew which gun it was. But they came out and said that it was the curse of Bruce Lee when that happened.
I was feeling lonely, and I remember when that happened. I had a couple of friends. I was in high school.
He was in high
school. I'm trying to remember because
I was in high school.
I knew somebody.
So you might have been a little like graduating high school.
I graduated in 91. That movie didn't come out.
I mean, I graduated in 96.
So I don't think that it was out. I wasn't out. I was still.
It was one of the. So the soundtrack was one of the first CDs that I bought.
You made me look this up. The Crow was.
I'm gonna say 96. And I love that soundtrack, by the way. It's one of the best movie soundtracks. In fact, that entire movie is a giant video for the soundtrack.
Shit.
96.
94.
94.
So I was graduated, huh? I graduated. But I knew some people who were extras in that movie.
What?
They were extras.
You never told me that.
Yeah. I also know I had a friend of mine, Nick Arado. He was an extra a few times I know at least one time on One Tree Hill. That was my big thing. I wanted to get my music on One Tree Hill. That'd have been so cool because they're right there in Wilmington.
I don't know how you haven't got.
I don't either. They don't.
Like you were on Bob and the Showgram how many times?
3 times.
3 times.
Yep.
And they were like Tino, what are you doing now? And you would sit there and tell them, and they would never play your music.
No.
Like, what the fuck?
I think I played one song live in studio.
Is it because Bob was actually like racist?
I don't know. He might get back.
I don't give a fuck if Bob's watching us now.
Give me some.
You.
But
give me that.
What's I saying? Yeah, 3 times. I enjoyed that.
Good.
Okay.
I mean, I only got this much left,
cool.
So.
All right.
We got a little bit more left. So,
so that's what's up with me.
So that's what's up with you.
All right. So we got what, 2 pay-per-views we got to talk about?
So, well, hold on. Potsy's asking the tough questions.
Oh shit! I don't want to be here till midnight, but.
Well, my tough question was going to be like, what was the coolest ride that you actually rode at Universal Studios?
God,
like fuck.
I was telling you.
Did you do the Terminator thing?
They didn't have. I didn't see a Terminator thing.
They got the Terminator 1000 thing, dude, where it's like you sit down in the studio.
They didn't have that.
What?
They didn't have that. They had a.
What was the coolest thing you did?
I did a bunch of cool shit.
No, what was the coolest?
It was a tie. It was a tie. Really, it was a tie. The Incredible Hulk ride was fucking phenomenal. But it sounds stupid, but
I won't ride it.
Jimmy Fallon's race through New York was so fucking awesome.
Is it a 4D ride?
Yeah, so you're like, it's kind of like soaring. So you're sitting in the chair, and,
okay.
and it does all that. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Oh my god.
Can you smell everything? All right.
And then he does that.
So did it smell like people having BO?
Mm. And Shrek.
I
did the Minion. We did the Minion one too, and they were talking. It was funny. It was like, they're gonna make the Minions fart on you. It had a fart bomb, and he hit it. And then they're like, oh, it smells like bananas, and then he's like, bananas.
That's a fart gun.
Yeah, it was. Oh god. We rode some childish rides, but they were so cool. We rode the Simpsons. That was awesome too.
Funny knowing that like that and Marvel is all owned by Disney at this point.
That's what I'm saying. But Universal isn't part of Disney, but they had all the Marvel stuff.
Well, that's because like they're still contracted to have that stuff, like the Island of Adventure and everything else is still supposed to be there for a while.
Yeah, because the Island Adventure that was Marvel, like that's where everything was, man.
Yeah, but back before Disney, like I actually got to ride the Spider-Man ride.
That was cool too.
When the lights went out and the thing shut down and everything else, and we just rode around in it. Like when the whole thing just like crapped out, they just pushed everybody through, right? Well, we got to see it. So like, you've done it, right? Yeah. So you're sitting in the cart, and all of a sudden everything feels like you're being shoved down.
Yeah.
Well, you're not being shoved down. There's air being pushed on you to make you feel like you're being shoved down. And there's these two giant wheels that are moving buildings down. Oh. And you're sitting there and you're like, this is fucking awesome.
Yep.
Like, because when you're in the ride, like, it does this thing where, like, all of a sudden, like, your equilibrium can be caught off, right? But like, you're sitting there watching these giant rollers rolling stuff when everything else is shut off.
Oh.
And it's like these buildings, instead of you moving down, the buildings are rolling up.
Oh.
It's so cool. And the crazy one is like when you get like you're watching as you're going down.
And Spider-Man supposedly catches you.
And he catches you at the bottom and it goes boing.
You're the webs.
Yeah, like you're not actually moving at that. Like you might be going like this, but you didn't shoot down 500 feet. You literally shot down like 8 feet. And it was just all this air pushing up at you. So when the ride crapped out on us, we got to see behind the scenes of like everything. And it was awesome because like immediately after they were like, all right, get off the ride. They were like, here's your free pass to get on whenever you want to go. And this was back before they had their queues for COVID and everything else. This was like, they had their regular line, which is like 2.5 hours long for Spider-Man. And then they had their Fastpass.
That's what they had this time.
Well, and
they're called a Universal Express or something.
And their Fastpass line was like, you walked up and said, hey, I had a problem with my Spider-Man ride, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, just go on. And, I mean, you literally walked right onto the ride. But, like, when you go through the queue is made to actually, like, make you enjoy the ride even further. You know, like it's all this whole story about about how you're going in this, like, this van that's going to record everything and whatever. But when you go in the Fastpass line, the Fastpass line for Spider-Man was expected to still be like 10 minutes long. So when you go into it, you still walk through the Daily Bugle and everything else. Not when the ride broke down though. Like when the ride breaks down, you're like, you just right through. Oh, so you're just like, trying to get up to the front of the damn thing like as fast as you can or whatever. It's like, holy shit, this is like, this is awesome. Anyways,
I had a good time though.
Anyways,
we need a.
So let's just go ahead. You ready?
We're not gonna do it. Well, I guess not.
You ready to talk about wrestling?
Yeah. I thought we were gonna do a story.
Oh.
We don't have a story.
You want a story?
A quick story, or we can just
this one. So now that we got the actual like graphics up and everything, I don't have it where it says the GameStop story of the week. So I'll tell you what we'll do instead is we'll do
There you go.
Buy the T-shirt.
Buy the T-shirt.
Right?
We'll do a quick GameStop story. Then yeah, we got the rest of them.
I won't even do a real GameStop story. I'll tell a story that happened today.
Oh shit. Okay.
Today, folks.
Okay.
So GameStop made a major change today. Huge, massive change.
What they do? I'm like waiting.
I know. I'm trying to
dramatic.
I'm trying to make it dramatic. So here's the thing. Today, in GameStop history, they announced Matt Furlong, CEO, new CEO, announced last week, to the board of directors. Okay? It's a big change. That's not the change that I'm talking about.
What's your damn chain? Hurry up, quit stalling.
I gotta stall because it's not that good. Today they announced GameStop associates can wear shorts.
Were you not allowed to before?
No, you had to wear pants.
So why all of a sudden you wear shorts?
Now you can wear shorts.
Why?
Because they wanted to make it nicer for you to, like.
I think they're probably because a lot of
Don't
people.
your balls sweat?
Yeah, but
My balls sweat all the time. My balls sweat when I'm downstairs on my computer, like working. So
that sounds like a personal problem.
it definitely is.
Some powder down there or something.
But GameStop employees had to wear jeans at best.
I mean, is it hot in there? I mean, it's AC, right?
Dude, how many times did I complain to you that the AC went out?
Yeah, that's true.
Now they don't have to actually fix the AC because, like, they're like, fuck all y'all, you can wear shorts.
You got ball sweat running down your legs.
You got ball sweat, like, it's not just running down your legs, it's smelling out your store. Smelling it out.
Yeah, I'll be ordering online.
But for those folks that are working in your local GameStop, they're more comfortable. Just make sure that they actually, like, rub a little degree down both sides.
All right, let's go back to wrestling.
Degree?
Let's go back to wrestling.
Do you prefer a different one?
Oh, shit.
You don't know what you're doing.
I can't see.
You don't know what you're doing.
Hey!
AEW.
Okay, fuck you.
AEW was Friday. Give me the damn thing. I'll do it. All right, folks. So Tino wants to start talking about pro wrestling. So, with that said,
Nope.
I didn't go there. Shut up. Who books the shit?
Oh, shit. I do.
Monday Night Raw. Who books the shit?
So, what was it?
And the pay-per-view, might as well.
We're 2 weeks behind. I'm trying to remember, was it last week when the doll chased Shayna all the way back and she's trying to lock doors and throw furniture so a doll can't get her?
That was 2 weeks ago.
Okay. So the doll can't get her? And then the doll still...
The biggest badass besides Ronda Rousey on the actual roster.
Ran from a doll.
Well, let's say, you know what? I'll say the third biggest badass because I'll say Natalia's probably actually the second biggest badass.
So that I didn't understand. And the whole...
Oh, Chris Barrett's finally in the chat. So y'all hear about RVD's eBay shop. I did not. The doll was 2 weeks ago, and I loved that. I'll admit, I love what's going on with Alexa.
When are they bringing the theme back? So I can't tell if she face or she heel.
It doesn't matter. Shayna's heel. We know that.
Yes, so that would make Alexa face or tweener.
At best, tweener. Chris Barrett, what do you think? I really think that when it comes to Alexa, they're like, fuck all y'all. We're gonna do what we want to do. Like, and I'm okay with it. I can't believe that I was like, and. But, I mean, like, that's... You know what I mean?
You're cut off.
No, I'm not cut off.
You're stuttering.
No, I'm going to finish this, actually.
Hey!
Oh, you want a little more? I'll give you a little more. How much is left? I just touched my leg. Oh, this hit my leg.
You pissed yourself.
I did not piss myself. You want a little more?
No, I'm good.
Come on.
Okay.
Why don't you get a little more?
All right.
There you go. Now it hit your leg. Now you pissed yourself.
I'm going to get pulled over. What's that smell? Like, smell right there, officer.
What's that smear from? What about Riddle? He is a legit fighter. Yeah. The only reason he started wrestling was because he couldn't pass the UFC drug test.
Yep. This is true. Because he reminds me of a modern day
RVD.
Dude, get Randy. I think the funniest thing, and I don't care what anybody says, the funniest thing is when he's running his mouth and Randy looks at him and goes, and he goes, my favorite's like when he put it in his,
and then he puts it in his boot.
Or he threw it in the trash can.
Well, I liked when he just went like that, and Riddle's like,
and he picked it up. He tried to find it. I don't care what you say. That's comedy gold. Those two together are comedy gold.
All right, so seriously, talking about pro wrestling, Monday Night Raw has one thing going for it.
Lashley.
No, RK Bro.
Okay, bro.
RK Bro.
Yeah, they are good.
I mean, the Lashley versus Drew McIntyre match.
I'm tired.
But even the match that they did was solid. It was fine. It was everything that we needed it to be. No, that was legitimately the reason why Dana White said that.
Oh, I believe it.
That, yes. And Chris Barrett agrees with us that RK Bro is the reason to watch Monday Night Raw. So, when you look at it and you see what's going on, like, Drew McIntyre, like on our Facebook group today, in our group, Jack Rook sat there and said,
I read that, yeah.
Drew got mollywopped. He basically got more than anything else. Like, should have never lost that, should ask for his release, blah, blah, blah. I don't think so. I think that when you look at what happened with Drew McIntyre, it's literally, okay, here's a dude that we've already put to the top of the mountain.
Right.
We want him to get back to the top of the mountain, but we want him to push another guy to the top of the mountain, right? So he pushed Lashley to the top of the mountain in Hell in a Cell. And the stipulation of he can't ask to be in that match again now allows only when and if he wins Money in the Bank, Lashley loses the title, or the Royal Rumble. Which means that overall, if they want Lashley to be the champion through March of next year,
I don't think they will.
Right now it looks like they might, unless Brock comes back. But otherwise, Drew is primed to be the guy that wins the Rumble. Like, I don't want him to be the guy that wins Money in the Bank. Because Money in the Bank should be left for somebody who has never held the title before. That's why Otis was such a good choice last year. In fact, Otis was such a, holy shit, what the fuck just happened choice. And the fact that they're back in front of an audience this year kind of pisses me off, because Money in the Bank, climbing that corporate ladder to the top of the building again, would have been awesome.
I'm thinking, what if you think they're going to try to push Otis hard again now that he's got, Otis is like a beast now. I'm not sure about the shaved face, though.
No.
But he's a beast. Which is what he should have pushed him as to begin with.
No, Otis maxed out last year. Otis is now a tag team champion at best. When he could have actually been.
He might maybe an Intercontinental Champion. I can see if he had a singles title. I think he can get the Intercontinental.
The way he's pushed right now, he is the secondary to Chad Gable.
So you think Chad Gable would get the belt before he would?
I don't even think they'll even put one of them up for it.
Mm.
But if I were to sit there and say, okay, we're going to go Intercontinental title, who do we... Because, first of all, they're heels. Apollo's a heel. So you're not going to put those guys against them for a heel ship. You know, like right now it's
Big E.
well, it's not even Big E for those guys. It's
The
Street Profits. And the Street Profits are too good currently to be heel. So you push them against each other, which means no, I don't see Otis doing anything else. I see Otis being right where he is, and it being a very unfortunate situation.
Who should ask for his release? And
None of them should ask for the release.
fucking Kevin Owens should ask for his release, right?
No.
That was bullshit. You know it was bullshit. When's the last time he fucking wanted a pay-per-view?
WrestleMania.
Who did he beat?
Sami Zayn.
Oh, so that's 50-50.
And
That's 50-50 booking.
And he stunned Logan Paul. So he got the big ESPN moment of boom.
And they're back to making him a jobber.
Okay.
They've given up on Kevin Owens.
Hold on. They have not. That's why he had the match on the pay-per-view. They've given up on certain people. I'll grant you that. There's lots of people that they've given up on, okay? Humberto Carrillo.
Okay.
Ricochet. Sheamus. Hell, he's the United States champion.
Well,
they fucking gave up on him.
They're trying to fix his
But they
face.
fucking gave up on him.
Oh, well.
You know what I mean? Like you're talking about Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is keeping relevant. Now, I'll tell you, you want to talk about somebody that shouldn't have lost, that fucking lost?
Cesaro.
There you go. Like, how do you roll Cesaro up in this situation?
Schoolgirl.
Oh, blah, blah, blah. Now, by the way, there were two fucking schoolgirls in this fucking pay-per-view, and one of them was fucking Bobby Lashley. Like, how the fuck do you do that?
Well, you knew that Cesaro was going to lose because they kept pushing.
Street Profits are too fun to be heels. Not necessarily, Chris Barrett, but yes, currently, I agree. Go ahead. Why? You're giving us dead air. This is bad.
Well, because you so rudely interrupted me and threw me off my train of thought, and I don't know what the hell I was saying.
That's what I do.
Asshole.
That's what I do. So anyway, like let's think about it. Okay, the pay-per-view.
Oh.
Or should we talk about the other stuff? Let's talk about the other shows.
Stuff.
All right. So NXT on Tuesday night.
We didn't have their pay-per-view before too.
Well, let's talk about their pay-per-view.
Okay.
Chris Barrett says, "Who know who they didn't give up, or even though they should have, the Brooklyn Brawler." Oh, come on, man. Come on. I'm sitting here trying to actually read and be involved with what you're saying.
Barry Horowitz.
He was with that company doing jobs so long. He should have been. I think the Brooklyn Brawler is in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if he's one of the main hall, but you know how they do like that weird like these 7 people got in and we'll just all show them in the. I think he's in that. I do think Steve Lombardi is part of that.
It's gotta be.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, but there's a few matches on there that I want to talk about, but you know the one I want to talk about the most is To the Moon. That was a hell of a match.
It was. and I'd rather talk about the Tuesday night after.
Yes. Okay.
So you go ahead. You talk about the match. Tell me what you actually liked from it and everything else.
I like the way I thought really that Eli Drake. I keep L.A. Knight now. He's not. I can't do L.A.
He's
Knight.
L.A.
I can't do L.A.
Knight.
Knight. I
And
really thought that he would heel out and do the chicken shit hill, but no, he came at him. They went. I mean, he did do some, not as much as I thought he was going to, but they went at it that ladder, and I think it fucked up when Grimes said, "I want the gold one," and when he got that big ass gold ladder.
That gold ladder was awesome. You know, what I noticed is that between the two of them, when they actually went in that match, they didn't go for the ladder until like 10 minutes into the match. Like they were beating the shit out of each other for like 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden one of them was like, "Hey, this is a ladder match," you know, like they were like, "Hey, oh yeah," you know.
Yeah.
What I loved about it though was that like it didn't matter how many regular ladders they went through. It wasn't until that gold ladder was in, like, it was like, no, motherfucker.
I'm climbing the gold.
We're climbing the gold to get to the diamond, you know, and it was. Now, Tuesday night.
Well, let's talk about the pay-per-view, then we'll go to Tuesday night.
I got to talk about I got to talk about Tuesday night as it had, like, Tuesday night. LA Knight comes out. LA Knight, you know, like $1 Million Man's like, I'd like to bring out the guy that actually won the $1 million check, like the one that's gonna bring on the legacy.
With his $1 million suit and his tennis shoes that's strapped on. Old man tennis shoes.
Hey,
He's $1 million man.
He's $1 million man. He can wear whatever the fuck he wants. Okay, like
that just
like
cracked me
you
up.
got $1 million?
No.
Then you don't know what you get to wear on your feet. And that's the bottom line. So the $1 Million Man's sitting there wearing the $1 million tennis shoes.
Okay.
And he's wearing the $1 million suit. And let's be real. When was the last time you saw Ted DiBiase take a bump?
And what have I been saying this whole storyline? The whole storyline.
Someone was going to do it.
No, I've been saying that Cameron Grimes needs to be put with the $1 Million Man. So they went around their elbow to get their ass to make that shit happen.
So they literally, you're right, because LA Knight sits there. He's got tears in his eyes. $1 Million Man's crying, okay? Like legit tears. This isn't like they didn't like just pour water down his face before he walked out. Dude walks out and he's like, my legacy is something really important to me, and he starts crying from it. Last time DiBiase took a bump, Andre the Giant was still alive, and I believe that. Now, I'm gonna point out that $1 Million Man has neck injuries. I don't know if he ever had neck surgery. I know that he had neck injuries, which is why he wouldn't take the bumps, which is why he had to stop wrestling. And I know that. But LA Knight sits there and he's like, Ted, this is one of those moments where, like, all I need right now to make this like the greatest moment in my life
You strap it on.
is for you to put this belt on me. And Ted DiBiase says it would be my honor. And Ted DiBiase straps it on his shoulder. Now, this is where I thought that the ultimate heel move would be like, Ted, I love what you did there. And I love how we went. But you know what would make it better? Is if you wrap that thing around my waist. And Ted DiBiase at that point be like, you know, you're right. Let me go ahead and do it, and feel a little uncomfortable doing it. And he put it around the waist. And then LA Knight would be like, and now I don't need you anymore. And just like Dusty Rhodes elbow drop
That's
him
not
or
what
whatever.
happened, though.
But instead, they did the whole thing. He drapes it over his shoulder, but let's be real. If he had sat there and just to really get the dick heel move, to sit there and say, Ted, that was great that you put it over my shoulder, but come on, man, like wrap that thing around my waist. You wore it around your waist. How about you wrap that thing around my waist? Like, that would have taken the heeldom to a whole nother level, and you know it. Yeah. And you know it, brother.
That didn't happen, so what happened?
So what happened was, LA Knight sat there and did it. And then LA Knight sat there and was like, and now that this is like one of those moments in my life where I'm just like blown away, and this is like a dream come true. Now that I've got everything I want, I'm gonna get everything. I'm gonna get rid of everything I don't need. And he dropped Ted DiBiase, and I'm amazed he didn't dump him out of the ring. Okay, he dumped everything else out of the ring, but because Ted DiBiase has neck injuries and everything else, doesn't drop. And suddenly, out of nowhere, for the first time in his NXT career, Cameron Grimes
to the moon
is a fucking babyface, and not just a babyface.
He was already a babyface before.
No.
I've been popping for him since the whole.
This was the moment, brother. This was the moment. This was when The Rock finally sat there and said, "And The Rock says millions." You didn't do it.
And millions.
That's what Cameron Grimes got here. That was Cameron Grimes' moment. Because I'll tell you, if they really wanted to push Cameron Grimes as the $1 million champion and everything, fucker should have gotten a haircut. Suddenly should have been like smooth, cut back, and everything, and all of a sudden looked like a millionaire instead of Cameron Grimes wearing his hat, wearing his chest out, all hairy and shit, and wearing his like Tupelo, Mississippi thing or whatever. You know, like let's be real, like. I'm serious. Like, if you wanted him,
but that would have made all the more perfect because he'd have been a white trash $1 million champion. That would have made it even better. But if he didn't.
But now, like, because I'm going to tell you, the reason why I bought LA Knight as the new $1 million champion, quite simply, you ready? Is because when you heard $1 Million Man laughing. And you heard LA Knight laughing.
Sounded like.
He's got that fucking laugh. He's got it. I don't have it. You don't have it. You got a better one than I do. And that never happens. Do it.
Oh.
Do the laugh. That's better than mine. No, it's not.
Keep going.
Anyway.
I'm telling you, I'm going to cut this shit.
Chris Barrett said he had 2 herniated discs in his neck. So for all, it doesn't matter, man. That thing's not working. If Virgil can be the $1 million champion, Cameron Grimes can be the $1 million. I apparently not, because Cameron Grimes should have won that match then.
So what else we got?
We had So let's go ahead and talk about SmackDown.
Okay.
SmackDown. SmackDown.
There's a couple.
How about SmackDown? Land the SmackDown.
I know the week before last, Roman shamed. I think Jay was in the middle of them. He's like, "I'm tired of you, and I'm tired of you." And then Roman looked at Jimmy and said, "What did you do? You're the older brother. Why are you doing that?" You remember that whole thing? And then Jimmy's like,
"No, that was Jay. That was Jay." Because you and I were talking, we didn't even talk about it on air, but we talked about it off air about how when it came down to it, It was Roman sits there and he goes, "I'm so disappointed in you, Jay."
No, not
Or
that
or,
one.
or Jimmy.
No, not
And,
that
and,
one.
no. But Jay goes, "Dog, I'm Jay," and he goes, "Does it even
I'm
matter?"
not talking about that. I'm talking about when Jay got pissed off at the boat because they were arguing. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I'm tired
yeah.
of being in the middle of it. He's, I'm tired of you. And he walks away, and Roman looks at Jimmy and goes, what's wrong with you? You're the older brother. How do you do that to your little brother? You're supposed to look out for him. I'm like, and Jimmy's like, you're right, dog. I'm like, no, I don't want the Uso, man, no.
Well, what did we see at the end of SmackDown this week? When
Jimmy
they
was in
decided randomly, let's put a Hell in a Cell match on.
Why did they do that? To save time for last night? I don't understand that.
All right, you want my professionalist opinion on it?
They needed more time for the pay-per-view.
No, I think what it was that, remember, just a couple weeks ago they sat there and they said Roman goes on first or Roman goes on last. He doesn't go on in the middle. Well, there wasn't any storyline where they were going to be like, oh, let's surprise people with Roman during this one, right? So it was, we'll put Bayley and Sasha on first. Or, I'm sorry, Bayley and Bianca on first. We'll put Bobby and Drew on last. Which means suddenly we have this third Money in the Bank, or I'm sorry, Hell in a Cell match that needs to go on. And that third Hell in a Cell match is like, where do we put it on? Well, we might as well put it on the place that makes us the most money.
I mean, when they put it on SmackDown, Ray wasn't winning. I already knew he wasn't winning, but I really knew when they put it on SmackDown, he wasn't winning.
I kind of felt like I was really hoping that Ray was gonna win and Roman was gonna get so pissed off that he'd be like, "I want my rematch on Sunday," because that would have been awesome. Because Ray did some things in that match that I was like, wow, like here's a dude that's never been in this match, and he's sitting there like making Roman think twice about being in this match. And Roman's been in multiples, yes, right? And yet, what I hear based on like Wrestling Observer Radio and everything is the fact that they did it on free TV on Fox. It was a 16-minute match.
Yep.
And 8 minutes of it was cut out. No, was cut out during commercials.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my God, Riddle is chasing Miz on his scooter. I mean, if Virgil can win any title, Rob can win any title. Okay, thanks, Chris Barrett. I would like to win a title.
No, but
Ray is built for matches like Hell in a Cell and Elimination Chamber.
A couple of Mondays ago, had me rolling where the Miz and Morrison came out, and Morrison rolled Miz, and Miz rolled slow motion down the ramp with that foot.
And he was like, "Oh no!" I loved it. I loved it.
Slow motion.
I loved that moment. Hey, do you have a "where the fuck did Joe come from" moment? Hey, Joe showed up.
We knew he would show up, though.
I didn't like it.
I did because
I liked it, but I didn't.
I knew that he was coming, and I knew because I knew they re-signed Joe, and then at the end of that pay-per-view where Regal was like, I've been doing this 7 years. I'm like, Joe's about to be the new fucking manager.
And then he wasn't.
Regal tried to give it to him, and he said no. Now he's just the enforcer, and he can't touch anything, unless he's provoked. What is he, Stone Cold?
Well, he's not allowed to fight, so he can't have a match. Well, so I'll say this about Joe.
What is wrong with him? Why can't he fight? What? Still?
Yeah, man.
They hadn't cleared him?
Not cleared.
Mm.
And Joe got offered more money to stay without being cleared. Now, the interesting thing is, it obviously looks like...
Because he was going... Cause
it looks like he's being pushed to be cleared. Because you don't take the most over person on NXT and put him in the coquina clutch, knock him out, and sit there and say, and what are you going to do next week? And then walk away. You don't do that.
He was going to Impact. Because remember I was telling you they were, a couple months ago, they were talking about their pay-per-view, the big pay-per-view they had coming up. Joe was in that commercial. They were flashing and he flashed. And now I saw it again. He's not on there anymore.
Doesn't mean that he's not going to show up.
He can't. WWE's not going to let him show up on Impact.
Impact isn't a problem. They show shit from Impact on their programming now. Mick Foley last night sat there and talked about how he wrestled for Impact.
Okay.
Impact isn't the problem.
AEW, I was surprised at Chris Jericho.
I'm not surprised by that either. I'm not surprised by that because WWE doesn't think that those guys are a problem. And I've told it, and I've said it, and I've explained it. 1.6 to 1.9 million people per week watch Monday Night Raw for no reason. There is no reason to watch Monday Night Raw. Chris Barrett will agree with me, I'm sure. If I was in Joe's position, there's only one way I would re-sign with the company. Joe better have a no-cut clause in his contract. I think he does. I think that he is now an actual employee of the company.
You think like a suit, like a background, he'll be working
like
a booker, not a booker, agent?
I think like William Regal, he is an actual asset to the company. And there's no reason why he would sign otherwise, except if he knew he wasn't going to get cleared. Right? Mm-hmm. Like, let's be real about Joe. Joe's last thing that he did for the company was he took a bump where during a commercial shooting, he got a concussion. And the company was like, whoa, hold on. If Joe's going to continue to get concussions during this type of stuff, we can't have him bumping. Doesn't matter how badass he is. He can't bump during these moments. And you know it. Like hell. Seriously. Anybody...
I don't think he's going for Adam Cole, though. If you notice, I think he's going, him and the Bruiserweight going head to head because they had that face-off, too.
But hold on. How many face-offs did he have?
But the Bruiserweight was the main one.
Was it?
I don't think he did it with Karrion.
Oh, he totally did it with Karrion Kross. He stared down Karrion Kross immediately. Like they went. And by the way, was the first time Karrion Kross looked normal.
What do you mean?
The fact that Samoa Joe, who's not a huge guy, looking at Karrion Kross, and the two of them are staring each other in the eyes at 6'1". Okay?
Okay.
Like the two of them are staring at each other.
Yes, Katie, he is.
No, I'm not. Not at all. Anyway. Katie, I wish I was, but I am out of Four Roses.
Welcome back, Katie. Hadn't seen you in a while.
Yeah, Katie's been on sabbatical from us. I thought it was because her husband was mad at me, but
you gonna start that shit again?
But I went by his store, and the two of us had a good conversation for about an hour.
I don't mean he likes you.
That's rude. You see that? Tino just spit up on my floor over there.
But anyway, I digress. So
Katie, you already missed the GameStop story of the week, but I'll go ahead and remind everybody because
it wasn't that long.
It wasn't that long. Apparently, y'all are able to wear shorts now. So if you got anything you want to add to that, that's not going to get you in any trouble, because I don't want to ever get any GameStop manager in trouble. Why don't you go ahead and explain that to us? Been hectic with my transfer to, yes.
She got her house. It's a beautiful house, too.
Yeah, I heard about the new house.
You see it on Facebook. It's awesome. She got pictures.
Why? I haven't been in the house.
No, I saw the pictures. I haven't been in the house either.
Sounds like Tino's been in the house and I haven't been in the house.
Oh my God. What's that say?
She said nope. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Rub my head, bitch. Anyway, finish. I swear I'm gonna kill you before the day's over. I swear I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, come on. Come.
No. We gotta finish the show.
Come on. Give
We're
a
not,
hug.
we're not team hell no.
Let's do it.
No.
Oh, who wants to see a hug between us?
She said nope, LOL. She don't want to see it.
She didn't. She said that earlier.
Oh,
Come on.
no.
Come on.
What'd she say? We miss you too. Tell him
See?
stop.
Come on.
Tell him to
give
stop.
a hug.
Katie, tell him to stop sexually harassing
Katie,
me.
tell him to give a hug. Come on.
That's how I know you've been
It's
drinking.
been this long, man. Come on. I just gave you half of my liquor, and you're saying I'm drunk.
Chris Barrett.
I want to see a hug.
What the hell is Katie? Katie!
Hug, hug, hug. Hug, hug. Come on. Come on. I'll even let you be Kane. I'll be Daniel Bryan. Ow, bitch! Bitch!
Fucker.
Okay, seriously? High five. That's it? That's it? Alright.
That's where you're
You got any left?
No.
Alright.
You don't need to have any more either. Patting means you don't mean it. Shut up, Katie.
Actually, patting means that you're actually, like, accepting of everything going on around you. Don't you? You want to lay the smack down now?
Trying to move this show along.
Look at her. She's like,
Move this show along.
what are you talking about?
It's almost 10 o'clock.
Oh, come on. This has been the best show we've done in a while.
45-minute drive, bitch.
You know you want to be on here longer.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I will sing
Yes, you do, because it's normal.
I will sing at night and go home, and if you're still on, I'll log on to the show.
Oh, so it'll just be me. You'll be driving home. I'll be like, and that's when Tino sat there and was, and you'll be like typing in.
You Rob.
I didn't mean to not do that.
Dumbass.
I got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I love that sound. Go ahead, do it again.
I can't now. I can't do this shit on command.
Yes, you can. No, you can. You just proved you actually cannot do it.
I can make
No, don't you dare.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God, I'm popped. I'm popped, man. You got me.
Oh, shit.
Tino tries to pop me every episode.
And I
do.
do.
And well, a lot of times you do. But sometimes you sit there and you try to pop me and you like stare at me and I'm like,
Excuse me.
like that. Yeah. Like, anyway.
That's that shrimp and noodles. Had a good dinner. I did.
Oh, that was a good dinner.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die.
Well, you got me. You got me. All right.
It's hot here.
I just snorted. I just snorted.
Are you sure you're not drunk?
I'm good.
Katie said y'all are nuts. I'm just in a good mood, man. I got the
Patting means you don't mean it. Try again.
You already read
ha
that.
ha ha ha. Y'all are nuts. Katie, we're so glad to have you back in the audience.
I'm just in a good mood today. I got the giggles. I don't know what the fuck's wrong, man.
I mean, we
didn't
didn't talk about AEW at all.
No.
Even though
No.
they started the episode on Friday with the
Now that was a good match. Now I didn't understand.
the cage match.
Oh, Katie, my trip was awesome. We talked about it earlier in the.
Go ahead. Tell her about it.
We talked about it earlier in the show, man. But I had such a good time. We got there Thursday and we stayed till Sunday. I was telling this jackass we walked probably about 6 miles a day. We were so tired. It was boiling, blazing hot. And on so we went on the trip because it was for my wife's. She turned 40 last year. What COVID hit, so we went this.
She was only 39.
So we went and we decided to go this past weekend because it was also our anniversary weekend. So we kind of combined the two.
It was also Saturday. Juneteenth.
Excuse me. So Saturday, on our actual anniversary, we went to the Chocolate Emporium restaurant, which is fucking phenomenal.
That's racist.
Whatever. That was phenomenal. So it was awesome. Thank you for asking.
What else did you do that was specific to the anniversary? Like, I want to know. Like, I'm actually.
We exchanged cards. So she gave me my gift before we left.
Why are you like pointing at me? Like,
we before we left because I was trying to think before we. Oh, I gotta.
Because I mean, I took her out for a nice steak dinner.
Power washer. I'm gonna come wash her forehead. Spray you down, bitch.
Come on. Oh, come on now. The fact that like you never mind.
You sure you're not drunk?
Oh, I might be now, but goddamn, it's been funny.
Hey, you knew you were just. He told you. Rob, you're pushing it, LOL. Uh-huh. I'm glad you had a good time. Thank you, Katie.
Tino, you know I love you.
Anyway, back to AEW. No more. No.
Come on, everybody.
This is how I know
I need a hug.
This is how I know he's drunk.
No, it's got nothing to do with that.
You got nothing to do with that.
Wow, really?
I thought you said it.
Wow. No.
Yes. But,
Tino.
No, I don't want to hug you. You already got a hug. No. You already got a hug.
This is better than WWE programming if we actually hug.
No. So the match that I like to...
Rob, you're pushing
That's
it.
right.
Okay, Katie, come on.
No,
you know you want to see a hug between us again.
Katie, tell him no. He's drunk now.
Come on.
No. Back to AEW. I can't see. Anyway, that AEW. She said you're extra tonight. So, the that's NXT.
I hit the other one and just went to that.
When Wardlow when Wardlow ran up to the cage and came up with that Superman punch.
There's only one way to tell if Rob's drunk, and it's if you can do a backflip.
Can you do a backflip?
No. Can you do a backflip?
Chris, you won't. Yeah, do a backflip, Rob.
No. It's if Chris can do it's if Chris or Tino. Listen to me. There's no way I'm doing a backflip.
Because you're drunk.
No, I just can't do a backflip. Like, I wouldn't be able to do a backflip if I was completely sober.
Katie said do a backflip, Rob.
I think Tino needs to do a backflip.
No. think we need to get through with this show so Tino can go
Oh,
home.
come
It's quarter to
on.
10.
You
I
know
gotta
you're
work
gonna
in the
get-
morning.
You're going to go downstairs and watch Raw with me.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
So,
you are. Yes.
but that was a good match. The I don't understand why they decided to do a UFC match on AEW. Or are they trying to? See, she's so sorry. Get off me!
I'm trying to give you the hug that you wouldn't give me. There's nothing in there.
I'm looking for something sharp.
There's nothing in there. Really?
Close enough.
Really? A Sharpie?
You remember what happened last time when I
Just
had a
put that away.
You're-
Put the cover back on
You
that.
remember last time you were drunk and I had a Sharpie?
Never giving you a free comic book again. That's what I'm saying right now. Never giving you free comics or nothing ever again.
Yes, you will.
Nope.
Yes, you will.
Nope.
Yes, you will.
Nope.
Yes, you will.
You won't give me a hug.
I gave you a hug.
Come on.
They don't want to say hug me.
See,
You
you see that, everybody? Because y'all sat there and tried to make the hug like hurtful.
All right.
Well, I just want
How are hugs?
to. My heart's giving out.
You gonna die, bitch.
You're gonna die, bitch.
We didn't do anything. And I'm not giving you mouth to mouth.
I don't want mouth to mouth, motherfucker.
Pass out on the floor.
Uh,
Oh, who is? I'm trying to figure out who the lady in the chair with the thing. Who is that? Xia Lee's.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Yeah, I
is
don't
that
know,
some
but
other lady wrestler.
I don't know who she is, but like they've been pushing that to be something.
Her and her Mercedes Martinez.
Yeah, but I think that that's really gonna end up being like what's her name? Io Shirai is gonna end up having a match against that. Like
Wow.
because they've been like Io Shirai is back.
Yeah, I think she's coming for. I think they're gonna put the title back on her.
I don't think so. I mean, they
Who else
might.
do they have?
Well, they got Mercedes Martinez as
They're
a,
put it over because they're pushing her against Xia Li.
Raquel Gonzalez is the champ, but like I could totally see somebody preventing someone from being the champ.
Bull Nakano.
Bull Nakano. Man, I love Chris Barrett for that reason alone. See,
Nakano.
Bull Nakano. Yeah. You know what? I'm sure that what's her face, like Medusa, is that's gonna take the championship.
It's Rockin' Robin.
Raw peaked with Riddle, Miz. With the Riddle Miz chase.
Oh no.
Wow. We didn't do anything, LOL. He wants mouth to mouth.
Next, Chris Barrett says, when did Roman turn into Kevin Owens? Or when did Rob turn into
When did Rob determine? Well, that's just it. Is see.
Kitty says past your bedtime.
It's probably true.
Yes.
Probably true, except they'll be up for another 2 hours.
Why?
Because I'll be watching Raw.
Raw's 3 hours.
But I'll be watching. We're already an hour into it. What the hell are you talking?
I know.
Raw's
You
3
what you
hours.
said you'll be up 2 hours.
I'll fast forward through anything I don't like. Let's be real.
That's why I don't like watching. You're like, let's watch Raw. I'm like, okay, and I want to watch something. You're like, I'm like, I want to
Oh,
see
we'll
that.
watch it right now.
I want to see that.
Oh, we'll watch it.
The
I'll
show,
stay-
we're still doing the show. How we do it right now?
Yeah, let's go downstairs. We'll watch it.
Oh.
I'll keep us on the air.
Oh my
See?
God.
Tino wants to get off the air.
He's so drunk.
No, I'm not. This is ridiculous saying I'm that drunk. Really?
This is ridiculous. It's past your bedtime though, because you're an old man.
You're older than me.
And I'm not tired.
Yes, you are.
Don't tell me I'm tired.
He knows he's tired. Don't sit there and say, don't tell me I'm tired. You were like, I don't even want to come out there tonight.
No, let me explain to you what happened. So Rob texts me. He goes, so are you coming over or are you going to do it from home?
Well, hold on. That's not the first thing that I said. I said 8 o'clock tonight,
yes,
right?
8 o'clock tonight. I said yes. So then he goes, are you coming over or are you going to do it from your house? I said, no, I'm going to come over. He goes, okay. Then I'm going to go out for a bit. And then he's like,
no. I said, everything I said was before you said I'm coming over.
Okay.
I said, I'm going out for a bit.
Oh, that's good.
You could try to pull it up. I'll show you on mine too. Yeah, Tino's trying to show on his whole thing.
Look, you said 8 p.m. night. You said, think I'm going to head over to after work for a bit. I said, yep, remote are coming over. I said, I'm coming over.
Sure.
You said, okay, then I'll leave there at a touch after 7. Cool.
And I did.
Unless you want to meet me. I said, nope. Because then we won't leave till 8. Because I know good and well you'll get there and you'll have some more.
Because then we won't leave till 8.
And then
haha, I don't mind. LOL. You said, I know how that plays out. Blah blah blah. So he was basically saying,
I know you. And that's why you said, LOL's okay, because you knew I was right.
I laughed.
You knew I was right.
You're right, I laughed.
Because I knew if I'd have gone and met you, we wouldn't leave.
Tino, if you're lucky, Rob will give you the Rolex. Never gonna happen. Never giving you the Rolex.
What Rolex?
The one you don't know about, that apparently Chris Barrett knows about, that I don't know about either.
Katie says she's tired. Does that count?
No. I wish Katie would sit there and tell us more stories about GameStop.
She doesn't want to. This is our show.
This is our show.
So we're supposed to be entertaining.
I'm just glad that Katie's actually here.
Yeah.
Because we have done so many shows where Rob has done a GameStop story of the week.
Yeah.
And this week we learned that at GameStop now, the employees
You gotta tell that again.
can wear shorts.
Yeah.
How awesome is that?
That's real awesome.
My new job, if I have to go into the office, guess what?
You can't wear shorts.
No shorts. But if I worked at GameStop, I can wear shorts.
Oh my God. Help me, y'all. You got anything else?
Tina, if you're lucky, Rob will give you his Rolex.
You already read that.
I know. I'm tired. Does that count?
I read that too.
It's past Rob's bedtime. You already counted that one.
I read that one.
All right. So, what's going on the rest of the week? What do you got? No. We did not.
Did that
We did not sit there and say what Tino has going on this week.
Yes, we did. Remember I said I'm going to Hickory.
No, I don't.
Yes, you did, because I was like, how far is that from now? I said it's about 2.5, 3 hours.
Well, we didn't talk about what Rob's got going on this week then.
Oh, fuck. What do you have going on this week?
Nothing.
I'm done.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about it. I'm there enough. LOL.
Just talking about GameStop.
I know.
Okay.
I know, but...
Oh, shit. God.
There's been a lot of talk recently, and I won't keep this too long. There's been a lot of talk recently about whether or not AEW is really doing the best with their talent and main event scene and everything else.
I don't understand why they moved to Friday.
Well, they had to. They had to. So for anybody out there still watching, they had to move to Friday for the NBA playoffs. But at the same time, it also allowed them to start trying to build an audience for a Friday night for Rampage.
But they're doing it, so they're going to do it after Raw. So they're thinking
SmackDown.
After SmackDown, they're thinking people are going to stay. I would think they would do it head to head.
No. It makes perfect sense to say, hey, the audience that watched SmackDown on Fox will come over.
Or either not, if not head to head, like if SmackDown is 8 to 10, have that Rampage show, if it's a 2 hour show, start at 9.
No, that makes a lot of sense, but right now they're thinking SmackDown has a good audience. Let's just grab from that, right?
Yeah, but they just watched 2 hours of wrestling. Not everybody's like,
Did they?
Because I'll watch it.
Did they?
Yeah, they watched 2 hours of SmackDown.
No, they watched 2 hours of SmackDown. They watched 45 minutes of wrestling.
Well, you know what I mean, though.
Well, I think Rampage is only going to be an hour.
Okay.
So yeah, they definitely want just the random 1 hour afterwards where they're like, yeah, you guys do what you do.
Bye, Katie. Love you.
Katie, come back next week. We're here normally Monday nights at 8 o'clock. Just want to make sure she knows.
She knows we're here. See, she said.
Does she? I mean, she missed like 6 episodes.
She's busy. She has a life. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. Bye, Katie. Wow. Love you too. All right. So what were you saying about the? So
I don't remember now because you kept
Rampage. They wanted SmackDown to be a lead-in.
No, AEW needs to stop pushing Kenny Omega and push someone cool like Jungle Boy or Chris Jericho.
I still think it needs to be Orange Cassidy. I do. Jungle Boy's cool, and I figured when Luke Perry died and they were pushing him, like right after Luke Perry died, they were going to push him, but they kind of killed off, and then they started pushing Brian Pillman Jr. after the Vice thing came out, and then that petered off. So I don't know what they're doing. What?
It's tough because from a perspective of pushing your top babyface or top heel as your champion, Kenny Omega's the right guy.
Okay, so but who's the top face for him?
Hold
I don't
on,
think it's Jungle Boy.
on.
I think it would be Hangman.
I'm not done. That's what I'm saying, is that and this is the same problem with Bobby Lashley. From a top heel perspective, on Raw, Bobby Lashley needs to be your champion. Drew McIntyre needs to be the guy going up against him. That is your baseline.
I see that.
Of your top babyface versus top heel going into getting ready for SummerSlam, right? That needs to be the way that is. And in AEW, someone posted in the Facebook group just recently that Kenny Omega as your top heel is world champion, which is great, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then they sat there and they said that, what was it, that the cold
the spray
thing has X-Pac heat, is what they posted. And I sat there and said, so does a Kenny Omega promo.
Wow.
I mean, because if you think about it, Kenny has not been nearly as good as Kenny Omega was when Chris Jericho said, I'm a WWE guy, and I'm going to go against Kenny Omega at Wrestle Kingdom 13 or whatever. Right? He has never been that guy. Kenny Omega has never been as hot as he was the day that Chris Jericho did that. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
Ric Flair and Terry Funk aren't dead, though.
Orange Cassidy is a disgrace to wrestling as a whole. Harley Race, Ric Flair, Lou Thez, both Jim Crockett's, Terry Funk, and Roddy Piper are turning over in their graves.
Yeah, but Flair and Funk aren't dead.
They're still turning. They're still rolling. They're still rolling over in their beds.
Okay.
Is I guess what Chris Barrett's saying. The Kenny Omega is beyond Xbox heat at this point. And while I agree,
I'm tired of Omega.
While I agree with Chris Barrett, and now you do too, as well, the fact is that the company realizes that the biggest names need to be used as the biggest stars to grow the business. The problem that we're realizing with this is that they aren't growing the business. And what I mean by this is, since the move to Friday night,
they're recycling too.
They're not just recycling, they're regressing. And when I say regressing, I mean that AEW has pulled lower numbers than the week before 3 straight weeks.
Because they're getting lazy booking.
It's not lazy. They're not trying to change their booking strategy. They're doing the same thing they would have done if they were on Wednesday nights. The problem is that they're going on a night where you need to bring the book.
Especially with SmackDown, because SmackDown and Roman Reigns is on fire, and Sami Zayn.
But hold on. This week's SmackDown overnight rating compared to last week's SmackDown, which had a Hell in a Cell main event.
Heck in a Sec.
That was a good match.
Yeah.
Was only a 4% increase. 1.96 million viewers. Now, hold on. That's 1 million fucking viewers more than the best AEW show ever.
Wow.
And it was only 4% better than the week before on SmackDown. When we will admit SmackDown is the best written show, wrestling-wise, out of all of them. So when you think about it, when you think about all of this stuff, the way the companies are going and everything else, see, now I don't sound drunk.
To you.
I'm going to slap you.
Because they haven't signed any WWEs.
And Chris Barrett, you might be right.
Chris Barrett for the win.
Chris Barrett sits there and says, nah, the reason why AEW is losing in the ratings is because they haven't signed any of WWE's releases or rejects recently.
It's coming.
Hold on. That's not true. They have. Because last week, El Idolo showed up on their broadcast. And
Lana's coming.
That's fine and dandy. She doesn't matter one way or another. But the fact of the matter is that when you think about it and you think everything goes in and out and whatever, Nick Gage is getting ready to face off against Matt Cardona.
He's going to kill him. I saw that bicep.
And I am truly afraid for Matt Cardona.
Yeah, he's going to kill him.
Like, it doesn't matter what you tell Nick Gage. Hey, don't use a cheese grater on my fucking forehead. Don't worry, bro, I got you.
Then I'm
fucking... He's gonna use it!
Then I'm stabbing you in the neck with a broken bottle.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, we've seen it now.
Oh, God.
And all the more power to Matt Cardona sitting there saying, I am willing to take on this kind of match against Nick Gage, because Matt Cardona, you look at him and he's a WWE guy. He's a guy that has never bled for anybody. He's got no scars right here.
He's no Abdullah the Butcher or New Jack.
Doesn't need to be.
Or Sabu.
But there are certain people that you look at and you go, that guy's been a WWE guy his entire career. He's not hardcore. Like, we look at Mick Foley, we know, based on everything that dude has ever done from 1994 all the way to 2004.
He lost an ear.
We know that he's hardcore. But you look at all these... But we look at all these other guys and we go, like Matt Cardona as Zack Ryder was one of the last ECW champions. Because Tommy Dreamer said he deserved it and he earned it. And Tommy Dreamer signed him to a WWE contract and showed that that guy needed to be an ECW champion. And yet what happened? The WWE sat there and got behind him as the US champion and as the internet champion and everything else. And because of that, we forgot that Matt Cardona was actually a guy that could and should, in the upper northeast of the country, go after a Chris Barrett, I need you to go back and look at that.
Keep talking, I'll check it out.
Because Zack Ryder won the ECW title against Tommy Dreamer the night that Tommy Dreamer needed to retire. And Tommy Dreamer actually said that the reason why he willingly accepted that. Never mind. Hold on, he says, never mind. Let Cardona face Nick Gage. No, I don't want Cardona to face Nick Gage, but he's going to. I just did. Ryder didn't win the title.
He did.
He won the title?
Not the ECW title.
What?
Not Intercontinental, United States.
He won the WWE's ECW title. They might not accept it. Yeah. But that was the night that Tommy Dreamer retired, remember? Or am I
I don't think.
Am I remembering history differently?
I think you are, because I don't see.
You remember it though, right?
I'm looking. Keep talking. I'm looking on that.
If it didn't happen, it didn't happen. I'm pretty sure that Tommy Dreamer actually dropped the ECW title to Zack Ryder. All I remember is Yo Radio.
Yo Radio, tell me everything you know.
Exactly. But if it didn't happen, okay. I mean...
Yeah, I don't think he did.
It's alright.
But it's okay.
It's alright.
You can be wrong every once in a while.
But Tino, you know what everybody does want to know.
Are you finally done?
What time are we getting off of here?
Now.
So why don't you go ahead and start telling everybody, instead of being an asshole.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
All right.
Thank you.
You love me. All right, you can check this guy out on the Twitter machine. He's at Potcheck. I'm HoodieFan91. Don't be an asshole.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I'm holding up. You tell me when to click the button.
HoodieFan91. The show is Potsy and Tino. You can also check him out on
TikTok.
On the TikTok. You can check him out on Instagram. He is Rob Potcheck. I am SC Tino.
What's my TikTok?
Rob Potsy Podcast.
Rob Potsy.
And you're looking at us on the YouTube right now. On Facebook, we are the Potsy and Tino Show. As always, we want to say thank you to Adam's House Cat for our theme song. And as always, on the big hill up in the Queen City, we hear Ric Flair, and he is saying, "Woo!" Good night, folks. Peace.
Then after ECW closed, Dreamer won the belt and Rhino.
Thinking.